Hello everyone, this is Time in Life, or as some people would call me on my YouTube account, it is Kat Lehman, and oh, it's a little dark in here. Hold on just a second. Ah! It's dark in here. Turn the light. Ha! Okay. Ah! Well, as you can tell, I'm actually a really fun YouTuber. Yay, YouTubes! Anyways, so I will be talking about comic books today. Someone just messaged me today, and they were talking about comic books. Well, actually, they were, to be a little bit more specific, they were talking about how a girl like me is interested in comic books like DC and Marvel. And so I'm going to be talking a little bit about the movies that Marvel has made and a little bit of movies that DC has made, as well as the as well as the animated series that came out with them. Oh, excuse me. Um, so ever since I was a little girl in the 90s, I have watched a lot of superhero shows. I won't be. I'll probably name off a few of them, but I haven't seen all of them. I mean, I've seen a lot of them, but I haven't really seen all of them. The most I can put off the top of my head is X-Men, Spider-Man, the Hulk, and Batman. So those are the four that I really watched in when I was younger. And so I'll be talking a little bit about a couple of them. X-Men, for example. So X-Men has been around for a very long time. I think they've been around since the 1950s, I believe, when they first came out. If I'm wrong, then I'm sorry. I don't really know my comic book history. All I know is the present comic books that I know right now. I remember one episode of X-Men that I watched, and then I became hooked on it. It was definitely, I think it was, I think it dealt with the X-Men, dealing with Belladonna, I believe it was. So it was a Rogue and Gambit episode, basically. If you got, I don't think I told you guys this, but I am a huge Rogue and Gambit supporter. I love them. You know, I wish they would be in the movies, and I wish they could also be together in the series, the animated series that they are doing right now. Because in the 90s, when they had Gambit in with the X-Men, you know, he had an on-again, off-again relationship with Rogue. So, yeah, I'm a Romney shipper. Sue me. I've never really been interested in love triangles, especially the love triangle between Jean, Scott, and Wolverine. And I'm just like, no, no. I've seen too many love triangles. I mean, this was like before Twilight decided to make love triangles the thing nowadays. So, but it actually had a really good plot to it between Jean, Scott, and Wolverine. So it was interesting to say the least. I wasn't really interested in that three. I was more interested in Rogue and Gambit. Um, X-Men, when the movies came out, I was really excited because you know, they would have Wolverine, they would have Storm, they would have Rogue, but you know, a lot of people were really skeptical about it because they were having Fox had a Broadway actor dress up as Wolverine, basically casted as Wolverine, and I'm like, why? A Broadway actor cannot pull off Wolverine. Well, guess what? He pulled off Wolverine. Everyone loves Hugh Jackman. So, I mean, Hugh Jackman did an awesome job at Wolverine. He did amazing at it. So, anyways, so when the movies came out, X-Men 1, you know, they have a really good plot line going on, you know, with Magneto kidnapping Rogue and everything else falls into place. After the three movies, I started thinking to myself, you know, I rewatched them, and to be honest, you know, when I was younger, I loved them, but now it's like, eh. You know, I only watch the X-Men movies now for Wolverine and Rogue. That's it. Because you know they have that father-daughter relationship, and personally, do not pair Rogue with Iceman. I repeat, do not pair Rogue with Iceman. She should just break up with him and go on to Gambit. Rogue should be with Gambit, plain and simple. And so, when the other two movies came out, X-Men's First Class and X-Men Wolverine, reverse those. When Wolverine Origins came out, when they had Gambit in, I was like, yes! So, you know, it was awesome. I really enjoyed that movie a lot because that dealt with Wolverine's past, as well as working with Stryker and then going against him, then, you know, getting that adamantium skeleton. It was awesome. Just plain awesome. And especially when they had Gambit in there. Yeah, you could totally tell that I'm a Gambit shipper. Gambit. And, the animated series, such as, X-Men Evolution. When they did that, I started watching it. It was awesome. I loved it. You know, I loved the plot lines, I loved the character, I loved the stories. But what disappointed me was that, you know, Gambit wasn't on the X-Men side. And, you know, that just kind of disappointed me. But it all made the conflict a lot better, though. I remember reading the producer's talk saying that, well, in the future, if we were to continue the series, Rogue and Gambit would be best friends. But when I read that, I was like, yes! But when the producer went on saying, well, we're just going to have Rogue and Gambit be best friends, and Rogue's going to be paired with Scott. And I'm like, no! 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 Don't do it! Don't do it! Ah! You know, I mean, I liked it. I like the fact that, you know, the character development for Rogue, you know, she had a crush on Scott, but Scott had a crush on Jean, and when Jean went out with Scott, you know, that kind of broke her heart, but she moved on from that. I mean, that was brilliant character development. But when the producer said they were to continue the series, Rogue would be paired with Scott, and I'm like, no, no. So, yeah, I mean, Scott already has Jean and Emma Frost. I mean, personally, I think Scott is a man whore. um, anyways, so, I mean, that's just basically the Marvel aspect of what I like. Like I said, I like X-Men a lot. So I've also liked the Avengers. I've also liked Ultimate Spider-Man. You know, those the shows that those are the shows that really made an impact on me throughout my life because, you know, I've always been a big fan of superheroes. So when the 2000s, when superhero movies started coming out, everyone was like, oh my gosh, we need to make more superhero movies. I mean, when they made Superman, you know, let's not talk about Superman. Superman is forbidden in this video. So, so yeah, I've been a big, like I said, I've been a big fan of superheroes and superhero comics. Marvel has basically is basically a really big part of my life, as well as DC. Right now, I've been stuck on X-Men fanfiction for a while, Rogue and Gambit fanfiction. And I've also been working on my DC fanfiction, which is To the Other Side. If you don't know what I'm talking about To the Other Side, there's a link down there. You can read it. I'll probably be putting up a new chapter of To the Other Side in the next few weeks or so. And so yeah. So now that we're done with Marvel, I'm going to talk a little bit about DC. DC, I enjoy DC a lot because it has more grittier aspects than Marvel. Marvel also has some pretty gritty aspects, but you really have to look for it, and you have to, you have to figure out the plots, you have to figure out the development, and so on and so forth. But DC, like, when we're talking about Batman, for example, Batman has definitely evolved from when he came out in the early 30s or late 40s, and he became as the Batman that we know now. Batman is gritty. He's basically very, his character development over the years have improved a lot. And especially when with Christopher Nolan creating the Batman series, the trilogy, it's like, oh my gosh, but personally, the Batman the Animated Series in the 90s was amazing. Oh gosh. Because you just can't compete with Batman in the DC world. But then again, there's been too much Batman movie. No, not too much Batman movie. You can never get enough of Batman. But I'm talking about like the animated series. I remember three Batman animated series. Batman, the animated series in the 90s, Batman Beyond, and The Batman. What I don't like is Batman, the Brave and the Bold. That's just kind of like, you totally just like, pow, Cartoon Network, fudge! And when they came out with the Green Lantern Corps, I've never seen the series, but I don't like the CGI action. And now that they're coming out with a new CGI series of Beware the Batman, I'm like, give it up. Can we just go back to hand-drawn or computer-drawn imagery instead of CGI? Apparently, CGI is much more cheaper than doing hand-drawn stuff. Personally, hand-drawn, it takes real talent to do hand-drawn stuff. I mean, look at Disney's Princess and the Frog. Now, that is awesome. That took talent. That took everything. So, anyways, back to Marvel and DC. Like I said, I wish they could like make a series, like say The Flash or Wonder Woman, or maybe even remake the Superman the Animated Series if they can, and put it back onto Cartoon Network and so on and so forth. That Marvel did a really good thing with Wolverine and the X-Men, and I was like, oh, they did awesome there. The downside is that they had Gambit flirt with Polaris. But, like I said, character development, character plotline, that stuff, awesome. So, and, anyways, DC, there's no competition between DC and Marvel. I think they're both amazing. I think they have awesome characters. They have awesome storyline plots. I enjoy both sides of the comic book world. I've also read, Dark Horse and so on and so forth. Anyways, so I think that's it for me because like I said, I've enjoyed comic book movies and TV shows since I was a kid, and so this is just my opinion on how things with me work as a fangirl of comics, superhero comics to be more specific. I'll probably be talking a little bit more about certain heroes and certain certain other series as well. But my time is up right now, so but I do have a question for you guys. Who is your favorite superhero of the DC and Marvel universe? What movies did you like? It can be like Ghost Rider or Daredevil, and so on and so forth. Anyways, so yeah. And what is your favorite animated series? What is your who is your favorite character of that animated series? And I guess that's it. See you guys later. Hope you have a good day and take care. Love ya.